we were locked in this room, and it was complete darkness except when we had to use the bathroom. We knock on the wall, a guard would open the door and let us out, and then back in again. And well, while we were there, we were actually eating some kind of soup, whatever. We ate the same thing that they were eating, I guess, which wasn't quite as bad, although you get like this young kid that was from Red Bank, New Jersey, 17 years old, never been away from home. Oh, he says, that's too greasy, this, that, you know. So, of course, well, he didn't make it down the line because he needed a little survival training, actually. That 14 weeks of basic just wasn't sufficient. So after spending a week there, they took us, marched us north, and as we were going to all these different small towns, they would pick up prisoners that they were hauling there, these different places, until we had a whole large group, I don't know, probably a few hundreds. And they marched us into this mining camp. Now this mining camp, what it was like a row of rooms that they made with the mud and the straw roofs and all that. And at the end, at the very end of this building, they have like a fireplace. That's what they would do cooking also. That was under, lower in the ground. Now, from that, there would be a channel under the floor, under these huts, like going, and that was the heating. That was the sole heating. Plus, they had about 20 of us in a little room, 10 by 10. So if you had to get up and relieve yourself during the night and you came back, you couldn't find a place to put your foot in. Everybody had to be turned the same way, otherwise there wasn't enough room, actually. So we spent about a month in that place until we went all the way north to Pyeongtaung Camp 5, which was right by the Yellow River, on this side of the Yellow River. The food, at the beginning, it was millet, which is a type of braid seeds. And we used to get one bowl in the morning, one in the evening. But later on, they started bringing rice from China. So the rice became a delicacy there for a while. We would start getting that couple of 2-3 times a week. So things did get better after the first year, but that first year was the worst. We lost, I'd say, about 3/4 of the guys over there. We were also, since we didn't get to wash all that time, we were covered with lice. We couldn't get rid of them, actually. The only time we were able to get rid of those lice was later on when it warmed up and we were able to boil our clothes. Until that time, there was no way we could get rid of the lice. And as far as water, there was a well at the bottom of the camp, and that was the only water that we had there beside the Yellow River, actually. So as far as medication, there wasn't any, but we had one night, we had 28 deaths in the camp, and the next morning what they did is they recruited some of the guys to carry the bodies. On the edge of the camp, there was like a big trench. We would put the bodies, 3 one on top of the other with some stones on the top because the ground was frozen, so that's all you were able to do. Once they told us about the armistice being signed, everybody was really excited, jumping the joy and all that, but I was still skeptical because I believed that something was going to go wrong. And I just couldn't believe it. Finally, a couple of days later, they put us on trucks and we started a trip to Parmesan Freedom Village, where we were exchanged. And I still remember one of the fellows on one of the truck had made an American flag. And on the way to Parmesan, he was waving it. Well, somehow we never saw him again. Evidently, he never made it to Freedom Village. I don't know what happened there. But once we got to Freedom Village, we got off the trucks, and they had us discard all those clothes in one big pile. We went through the showers, DDT, and sprayed with DDT, gave us a robe, pajamas, slippers, and I was taken out of there by helicopter to a hospital. I still didn't believe that we were free. Now, it took us 14 days to get to Frisco. I was on a General Walker, and when the ship pulled into San Francisco, they had a Navy band playing. They had a young lady holding a rose in her hand, singing "You Belong to My Heart," and that's when I knew I was free, and that's when I broke down.